Creamer Media in Johannesburg, this is the Real Economy Report. Johannesburg's mayoral committee member for transport, Rehana Moosajee, says skills development is central to transforming the city's public transport system into a safe, accessible and reliable service. Idele Esterhuizen has the story.
Rehana Moosajee said at a tour showcasing the different faces of public transport in Johannesburg that the right skills base would have to be built to deliver the city's public transport projects.
Clearly, the skills that are going to be required to build the kind of infrastructure that both cities and the country are visioning for in relation to transport are going to be key to our ability to actually deliver these projects. Engineering skills, project management skills, finance skills, transport modeling skills. And at the moment, I'm not sure that too many young people are thinking of transport as a career choice. We think that the issue of academic institutions beginning to include transit and issues of transit in a range of academic disciplines, but clearly skills that will help to build infrastructure that can keep the economy moving from a transit perspective.
Other impending plans for the city's public transport system included increasing job creation and localization in future procurement programs for its Ria Via bus rapid transit system, as well as the possible unbundling of its Metro bus system.
The city has been grappling for a while around should the city of Johannesburg be both the regulator and provider of public transport. And in that discussion, one of the options that was put forward and considered by the mayoral committee was to further look at the possibility of unbundling the city-owned bus company into potentially two or more companies, but that would be the subject of discussion with a variety of stakeholders. I think as we've been embarking on those discussions, there has been a sense that perhaps there are more issues that need to be factored into the discussion. And for now, with Metro Bus having fleet aging to the extent that it is, that we think that any option that is pursued for the future would still require a refleeting in the shorter term of the Metro Bus fleet. Any decisions around Metro Bus must be part of an integrated transport plan. The work towards that renewed integrated transport plan will be kicking off in the next couple of weeks. The household travel surveys, transport information register is pretty much done, and that will give us a much better picture of what mode of transport, where in Johannesburg, what level of mass transit, what level of other forms of transport, and that there is a role for all modes and that the Metro Bus role is actually defined in relation to that plan.
Moosajee further noted that although there were many hubs where integration had been successful between the different modes of public transport in the city as well as in the country, the need existed to move beyond physical integration to implementing unifying measures, such as a single ticket platform and information center, and eventually fare harmonization.
Other news making headlines this week: a high-speed rail preliminary study is completed, with South Africa securing Japan's commitment. Blade Nzimande establishes a committee to boost university transformation, and maths and science teachers should be nurtured and more adequately paid. The development of a high-speed rail link between Johannesburg and Durban could potentially remove between 1.9 million and 3.6 million tonnes a year of freight volumes off South Africa's roads, a pre-feasibility study has found.
Johannesburg to the Durban section is considered the most important project, and feasibility study and project implementation are being planned. A comparison study was conducted on the 3 high-speed rail route options and for the Johannesburg to Durban section. The high-speed railway system adopted in this project will be based on the Japanese Shinkansen. It will provide not only high-speed passenger transport but also freight transport. The passenger trains will run at the maximum operating speed of 300 km per hour. So the Johannesburg and the Durban will be linked in the less than 3 hours.
To tackle the slow transformation in South Africa's tertiary sector, Higher Education Minister Dr. Blade Nzimande announced that his department has established a ministerial oversight committee on the transformation of South African universities.
What is the purpose of this oversight committee? In brief, it's to monitor progress on transformation in public universities and to advise the minister on, amongst other things, policy to combat racism, sexism, and forms of unfair discrimination as elaborated in the Sudin report, policy to promote social cohesion and an institutional environment where every student and staff member can live, study, work, and flourish free of any constraints resulting from unfair discrimination.
Teachers of scarce skills subjects, including mathematics, science and English, must be encouraged and supported by government and industry to improve the supply of these critical scarce skills, says University of Pretoria Acting Vice Principal of Teaching and Learning, Professor Johan Engelbrecht.
But at a large portion of the schools, especially in the rural areas, there's a lack of commitment within teachers. And this has to be addressed by the Education Department. I think the status of teachers should be raised. I think teachers are not regarded highly enough. And what I also think, and this may be a little controversial, is that in a free market society as such as in which we are living, there should be this supply and demand issue. So the teachers in scarce skills, including mathematics, science, and English and some of the other subjects, there should be a differentiation in remuneration packages.
That's Creamer Media's Real Economy Report. Join us again next week for more news and insight into South Africa's real economy.